Go.
Okay, time for the catchphrase. Ready? Da, da, da. Ready? Nut cheeks. What are we supposed to do? Like, open your eyes. Anyway. I'm Hannah and welcome to today's kitchen escapades. I like that, kitchen escapades. So what are we talking about? We're talking about apple crumble. Making an apple crumble because everyone needs comfort food and everyone needs a crumble. We are comforting ourselves with apple crumble because it's winter, because I had apples left over in the bowl, and because crumble is just about my best friend. And this crumble is particularly because I always make double of the topping, keep extra in the freezer for an emergency dessert situ. Right, so first let's start with the apples. And we are just going to peel, core and slice. Got my trash bowl here. You'll see my really skilled knife skills going on as we film. Fuck. But yeah, I always have a trash bowl when I remember. You'll see sometimes I don't, and then there'll be this colossal mess going on here. So we're going to put them all in the pan. I need this comfort dish today because I literally got 4 hours sleep last night. You would think that I had been completely prepared after 4 kids to still be okay with sleep deprivation, but absolutely not. I was awake, wide awake, 12:30 till 3:30 for no apparent reason. So I need apple crumble today. I just need it. And the apples were going off in the bowl. Everyone can have this for dessert, and I will have 0 waste in the kitchen, which is always a bonus. Like, I'm almost made it in that other dish. Like, people always ask about my equipment because I have an embarrassing amount of kit. It's not normal. I'm aware it's not normal, but it brings a great variety to the table. Right, so before I put this on the hob, I'm going to season it. You can use sugar here, but I'm going to use a bit of honey because I think the honey and the miso are going to be a lovely combo. I'm using white miso. We have this lovely bent spoon today, thanks to my children who eat ice cream straight out of the freezer with their spoons. So you'll notice nice angle where they've tried to correct it. I mean, look at that. It's a special one today. Right, miso. Miso and some lemon juice. Stop everything going brown. Give it a little balance to the dish. It's super important. And the all-important vanilla. Always use vanilla extract or vanilla bean paste, the best you can. Not all vanilla is created equal. It's an expensive addition to any of your baked goods, but it does make a difference. I'm going to put this on the hob and just cook it for a few minutes. If you want, you can add cinnamon here, but I put quite a lot of cinnamon in my crumble topping, so I'm going to let the miso do its thing, and I'm stirring with a ridiculously small spoon. But it all come together, and I'm just going to put this on the heat for a few minutes. Let it all start to cook, and then while that's happening, I'll make the crumble topping. So let's get it on the heat. Okay, so this is going to cook down for about 5 or 10 minutes. Everything is going to melt in, the honey, the miso. The apples are going to get a little bit soft. While that's happening, we can just make some topping. I very carefully measured out all the ingredients we need, including, oh, I'm missing the butter. 1 second. The butter, which I got attached to the fridge. This magnet is something else. Right, mic's back on. Here we go. See, having fun in the kitchen today. So I had very carefully, because I want the butter to be cold, because I talk a lot, I left it in the fridge. But as I'm making this, I figured, why don't I do what I always do, which is make at least double of my crumble topping. So measuring out was slightly academic. Anyway, make double, keep the extra in the freezer for an emergency crumble when you can take out a frozen bag of blueberries or blackberries or basic frozen fruit, your basic crumble topping, put it all in a dish together and put it in the oven for emergency dessert. So why would I waste the opportunity? Got 120 grams, which is a cup of flour. 50 grams of oats, jumbo oats, none of these small things, that's not going to help the texture. Some ground almonds. If you don't have ground almonds, you can use more flour. You can use a combination of rye flour or buckwheat flour or spelt flour if you want to keep this nut free. I love the texture of the almonds and the flavour. So we've got 60 grams of ground almonds and 200 grams of soft brown sugar. Now, also going to add some cinnamon, and I'm looking over there because my salt is there and the all-important salt element. Bear with me, I'm just going to get my salt. Because we need salt in our crumble. Oh my God, the apples smell amazing. Okay, and we're going to do this all again. Got my flour. Going to put it on my scale. I recently showed this and people thought that there was a lot of maths involved. There's not a lot of maths involved here. So my scale is at 0 and I'm going to just take out 120 grams of flour, which will leave me the exact amount. I won't have too much going on. I won't be fishing some out. I won't be making another bowl dirty. Reset my scale again. There we go. 50 grams of oats. So I'm making double here, remember? And that's also why I really like to make my crumble in my KitchenAid. I could, if I'm, at an Airbnb or where I don't have any equipment or just don't have one, which a lot of people don't, and I get that. And if you don't bake and you just want to make crumble, don't buy KitchenAid. But you can easily just put the butter in with your hands. The trick is that it's cold and you keep it pea-sized. 200 grams of sugar, and I'm just waiting for it to go back to reset. It seems like a lot of sugar, I know, but it's only a cup and it's brown and it's dessert and everyone's got to live a little. It's what makes it sticky and caramelized, and I love it. And this is a 6 portion, so it's not really that much overall. Okay, and the almonds, which I didn't do in order. So, almonds in, and the extra butter. So I'm going to add a bit more cinnamon because you saw me do it once and now I'm doing it twice. You can add cardamom here if you like, it would be delicious. I'm just going to give this a tiny, slow whiz. A bit more salt because I didn't add that second time around. So all the dry ingredients are going to mix together. And then we're just going to drop in the butter. So this is cold. I got it out of the fridge. So this is 120 grams of butter. I probably didn't tell you that the first time around. In America, that would be a stick. We've got all our butter in, and we're going to we don't want it to be doughy. We really want it to be crumbly, which is why we've kept it soft. I'm just giving it, because I'm making double, I'm giving a little help. If you don't have a KitchenAid, you can easily do this with your hands. But you'll see the lumps are going into smaller pea size, which is exactly what we want. I mean, this is the quickest ever dessert. There's no resting. That is lovely and crumbly now. There's still chunks of butter in there, which you want. Not too big, but just enough that it will make this lovely crisp topping. And that's it. And this will sit both in your freezer or in your fridge, but actually just pop it in the freezer because crumble topping from frozen is really fantastic. Officially crumbled, oven is ready. Time to put it in. So I'm going to put half of this on the crumble and half of this in a Ziploc bag for the freezer for a rainy day, of which there's going to be many in the next few months. So I will be eternally grateful for the extra bit of effort I've put in today. There we go. Cook once, eat twice. Okay. Apples are cooked down. Crumble topping is going on. So we're just going to lightly dust the apples with the crumble topping. You'll see there's real chunks of butter in here, and with the sugar they're going to go all caramelized and delicious and crumbly. And we are going to pop this in the oven. So I'll see you in 40 minutes. I'm having a little dilemma right now as to whether I serve it on a bowl or a plate. It's a very big dilemma to be having. If only all my dilemmas were quite like that, but that's the current dilemma. I'm going plate because it's pretty and because we need some colour because it's winter. So this should feed 4 to 6, but it kind of depends on how greedy you are and what you've had to eat before. But you can see the apples have cooked down absolutely beautifully. And there's all this caramelized miso edge going on around the side. Let's scoop. And it's still hot, so this is going to melt in absolutely beautifully. I think I should have a little advanced taste. Pure crumble joy. I can't wait for you to make this. I also want to know how you make yours. I want to know what you think in the comments, and subscribe for more fun like this.